And I just wanted to explain this board that I set up. Basically, this company was looking to give their employees a sexual harassment training quiz, and they wanted everyone in their company to fill it out, and then they wanted to see how their employees scored on the quiz. So what I did is I set up a private board, so only the people who are privy to see the answers will actually see this board. The employees are only going to get a form, which we will get to in a minute. Now, what happens is this form is sent out to all of the employees, and I'll just fill it out. So I'll start with my name, and then I will just, I'm actually just going to randomly pick any answers. So you can see, and I'm going to submit my form. Now, what happens as soon as my form is submitted, you can see that I showed up, and you see the submission date also showed up. So this just keeps track for the person who is managing these results of when a form was submitted. Obviously, you have the name of the employee and you have the date of when the form was submitted. Now, I just want to show you some of the automations. As you can see what happens, all of my answers came in. So you see I answered for question, this column is the question. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 questions. And then next to each question is a status column. So for question number 1, I picked the answer true, and the status column automatically changed to say that that was correct. Now for question 2, I also picked the answer true, and the status column said that it was incorrect. Now, the way that this was set up was I built automations, and the automations are basically says, I'm just going to show you one here. When an item is created, let's say for question 1, and if the answer is true, so then you mark it as correct. And if the answer, when the answer for number 1 is false, so then change it to incorrect. This basically was done through all of the questions, and obviously I can change them if I want, but this is basically telling me through automations which is correct, which is not, and then it's marking it in a status column. One other automation I have is to set the submission date to today. Now, once I have all of these statuses telling me what's correct and what's not correct, I added a progress column, which tells me the score. So it tells me that this here today, the quiz that I got a 67. And all I had to do is I just had to edit the settings so that I'm only taking into account the status columns and not the question columns, obviously, because the question columns, we don't want to contribute to this. Now, if I would change this to incorrect, so you can see that it automatically changed my score. So I think this is a great tool that you can use if you need to do some kind of training or some kind of quiz with your employees, and you have the results right here. You also can send a follow-up email with their results if you want to include their results or let them know about the score. And I hope this was helpful. Thanks for listening.